A busy week ahead in business, but isn't that almost always the case? So what should you actually be paying attention to, and what's happening on Wall Street that could affect your life? Let's bring in CNBC correspondent Rahel Solomon. Rahel, so good to have you here on a Monday. We're going to try and make this a regular thing. We are thrilled to have you on with us. So let's get into it. What is happening in the business world this week? Today, Fortune put out its annual list of the best big companies to work for. I know that's one of the big things you're looking at. Hilton took the top spot. That is pretty impressive considering what a tough year it has been for hotels and travel companies. So tell us what makes Hilton the place to work and who else is on the list.
Yeah, Allison, before I do, also really good to be with you here. And hopefully we do make this a weekly thing. So, yeah. Also, maybe even more impressive when you realize, yes, it is on. It's a date, a standing date. I like it. So, yeah, pretty impressive. It's been a tough year, of course, for the hotels, and even more impressive when you realize that Hilton has also topped this list, Allison, the previous 2 years as well. So one thing that Hilton employees that were surveyed said is that the company creates a sense of belonging. We know that appreciation is really important for employees. They also said that they appreciate Hilton's efforts toward sustainability. Another hotel also made the top 5, Marriott. They came in at number 5. Those employees noting its inclusive culture. Target, that was number 2. And our parent company, Comcast, also came in at number 4. Not too bad.
Woo-woo.
Yes.
Hey, I think we would back that one for sure. No complaints here. So let me ask you, we got a big day coming up on Wednesday. Coinbase, the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the U.S., is going to go live in the NASDAQ. This is huge. Can you explain for our viewers how Coinbase going public changes cryptocurrency investing? Why is this something for them to watch?
Yeah, this is a really big deal. So, Allison, we here at CNBC are not allowed to invest. But I don't know about you, all of my friends who do invest, all they talk about is crypto. So this is just major, major news. And this is really the first time that the broader investment community can buy into the crypto craze here in the U.S. equity markets rather than actually buying a currency itself. So it's a big deal for that reason, but it's also a big deal, literally. Coinbase's valuation is in the range of $50 and $100 billion. Allison, that makes it bigger than the market cap of the NASDAQ and potentially also the parent company of the New York Stock Exchange.
Wow,
yeah, it's a massive deal. And what's even more interesting here is that investors still believe that crypto is still in its early stages. So the growth potential here is massive. So, Allison, when you add all of those factors together, you really start to understand why when it does go public Wednesday via direct listing, it could have pretty huge implications for the financial markets and also the future of investing.
We will be watching for sure. Also this week, earnings season kicks off, starting with the big banks on Wednesday. Who will we hear from this week in particular? And what should our viewers be watching out for in these earnings reports? I think a lot of times when we talk about corporate earnings, the average person might think, why do I care? How does this affect me? What should they be watching out for?
Yeah, that's a really great question, Allison. So this is something that, at least for the CNBC audience, we'll be watching very closely for the next 3 weeks. The big banks do sort of typically kick off earnings season, and that's going to happen on Wednesday. We're going to hear from J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs, and Wells Fargo. Thursday, we'll also hear from Bank of America and Citigroup, and we'll also get earnings from big consumer names like Pepsi. Why this matters, Allison, is it really gives us a sense of sort of how consumers have been spending. Are they spending? Aren't they spending? We know that our economy is 2/3 consumer driven, so it really does matter. Thursday, we'll hear from Delta, and earnings are really important because, again, it tells us what happened in the past quarter, but it's backwards looking. Allison, what's going to be really interesting this quarter and these earning reports is that, you know, companies have been sort of withholding guidance because the economy has been a little bit murky because of the pandemic, at least consumer habits. This time, the investment community is going to start to expect a better sense of what companies are expecting looking forward and moving forward. So while we'll get guidance and while we'll get earnings, at least, you know, in the next couple of weeks, what we're really going to be paying attention to is guidance. What do companies expect moving forward? Are consumers coming back in full force spending, or are they maybe being a little bit more shy with their wallets as we all sort of wait to see how this reopening plays out?
Well, Rahel, I'm going to thank you twofold. I'm so psyched to have you here. I'm a business junkie. I started my career at the Wall Street Journal and CNBC, so I'm psyched to have you here. And thanks for, on behalf of our viewers, for bringing your CNBC knowledge to our airwaves here, helping us to understand business better, understand our money better. We're super grateful, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you. Good to be with you. I'll see you next Monday, if not before.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.